questions for Theo? Start it off. Austin.
Theo, just getting to play this bowl game in your hometown and final game at Tennessee in your hometown, is that added meaning, and have you kind of given any thought to that?
When we first seen that we were going to Nashville, I was like smiling because I get to go home. But the main thing for me is just like, finishing out what I started. It's great and all that we get to that I get to go home and play it in my hometown city. But the main thing right now for me is just like sending everybody off the right way.
Theo, we know about your film study. So, what do you see out of Purdue? Because I'm sure you broke them down quite a bit already. What do you see out of that offense?
They're going to pass the ball a lot, so it's going to be a lot of opportunities for the back end to make a lot of plays, and the quarterback, he doesn't like to run, so he's going to try and stand in the pocket and push the ball downfield. So it's going to be a lot more opportunity this game.
Adam.
Anybody on the schedule or anybody that you played in the past remind you of this offense and just the volume of passing?
The closest thing is probably Ole Miss. I mean, it's not going to be that up-tempo offense like the real wide splits or anything like that, but that's the closest thing to them that I can see.
We heard that Javante Payton said that he wished he could come back another year at Tennessee. Do you have any of those thoughts or feelings?
Honestly, no. I love the guys. I love this university, but and I love what Coach Hype is doing here. But I think my time is up. I've been here long enough. It's time for me to step out the door. And give somebody else a torch.
Theo, just how many people you're going to have at the game, how many tickets you've been able to secure for family, friends, and all that?
I think I'm going to need about 15, 16 tickets. Yeah.
He talked about passing the torch on. Who are some of those guys behind you at that star spot? We saw Danico and Brandon play there, but are there some other guys there that could take over for you?
It's not really passing the torch like the person who's behind me playing a position. It's just like the leadership role, especially in like the back end. So like guys like Jalen McCullough, Trey Flowers, those two come to mind when I think of leaders stepping up.
So some of those guys that have played behind you,
yeah,
you see bright futures for them.
Yeah, definitely. Nico, we've seen him step in and make some plays. Brandon coming off a big game that he had. So I feel good of what's coming next for that position.
Hey, Theo, I know you said that you're a little more focused on sending out guys the right way when it comes to this final game, but what do you think it'll mean to you in the future when you reflect back and you get to say, I played my final college game in my hometown?
I mean, it's going to mean a lot to me, I mean, knowing that, I did everything that I can do all five years, just finishing out my career where I started playing football at. I mean, I think looking back on it is going to mean more to me than it is now. I mean, it means a lot to me now, but when I'm not playing, I can just sit down and think about it. It's going to mean a lot more to me.
Theo, a lot of reasons to believe that this program is going in the right direction. And the recruiting class that they're bringing in is very talented. Your thoughts on the recruiting class and their ability to continue Tennessee going in the right direction?
From the guys that I've talked to, I mean, their head is on straight. D. Williams and Jordan. I've hosted them quite a few times, so just talking to them, their head on straight. They're ready to get in here and work, and continue to contribute in the back end. So I'm excited, very excited.
Any more questions for Theo? All right, thanks everybody. That's it for today.